Hi there, this is Ruben from Dutch Round 1. Thanks again for coming by. Thanks for watching another episode. As always, I appreciate your time and I appreciate your support. Today we will take a look at how we use the apostrophe or weglatingsteken, as we call it in Dutch. But before we do that, remember to give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you want more content, and let me know in the comments if this grammar lesson was useful for you. But let's not waste too much time and go straight for the explanation. So first of all, I'll give you a little bit of an overview. So we are going to see when to use and how to use the apostrophe in Dutch, right? 4 cases. We use it sometimes when we use the plural in Dutch. We use it when as a genitive or to state possession. I'll get more in detail regarding that so that you understand better what it actually means. And then sometimes when we leave out letters, sometimes also redundant letters, then we use the apostrophe, and we also use the apostrophe when we use some diminutives. Alright, so 4 cases: plural, genitive, when we leave out letters, and with diminutives. Okay, let's go straight for the first one, and the first one is the plural. We have a plural in Dutch which is apostrophe s. And when do we do that? Well, basically if the single form of the word is ending on an I, an O, an A, a U, and a Y, to put it in the plural, we'll add an apostrophe s. As you can see, it's all the vowels and the Y, and we leave out the E. Alright, so all the vowels with exception of the E. So if you look at the examples, we have bikini, bikinis, ending on an I, auto, ending on an O, cavia, ending on an A, menus, menu, ending on a U, and then lollies, ending on a Y. All of them, they are according to the rule which we've just stated, so their plural should be with apostrophe s. Also, the plural of abbreviations. Abbreviations, VZW or WC. How will we put it in the plural? Well, pretty straightforward. We just add an apostrophe s. So that's the first case, apostrophe s with the plural. We continue with the genitive or possession. Now, genitive is an old grammatical word, and basically it is used when you want to state possession. Alright, now as you know, in Dutch we have van, that means of. Like for instance, Remy's car can be de auto van Remy, but it can also be Remy's auto. But I don't want to get ahead of myself yet, so basically we will add an apostrophe or an apostrophe s if the word ends on an A, an I, a U, an O, and a Y, or also with shortened names. Alright, so then we can also add an apostrophe s, or sometimes also an apostrophe if the word is ending on an S. But let's take a look at the examples and let's clarify the theory. So the auto van Remy, alright, literally the car of Remy, we can also say Remy's auto, and we do it then exactly the same like in English. We add an apostrophe s. Remy's auto. Or the bril van Anna, the glasses of Anna, literally. Now we want to say Anna's glasses. Well, exactly the same like in English. Anna, apostrophe s, Anna's bril. Or M, if you like James Bond movies, the role van M, the role of M, or M's role. Again, M, apostrophe S, and then we have role. Now sometimes if the word is ending on an S, of course you will not write after that an apostrophe S, but if you want to say it this way, then you just write an apostrophe. For instance, if we change Remy into Kees, the auto van Kees, alright, the car of Kees, but we can also say Kees auto, and then it would be Kees, an S with an apostrophe written behind it. Alright, so that was the second time and the second rule for using the apostrophe in Dutch. Now we continue, and basically sometimes what we like to do in Dutch, we like to make our words a little bit shorter, so word shortening. And we do that while using an apostrophe. As you can see, the following examples is apostrophe dam, that would be Amsterdam. And then s'avonds, s'morgens, s'middags, s'nachts. I know you've seen them a lot. Now, basically, that is coming from an older Dutch expression, which was des avonds, des morgens, des ochtends. However, we don't write des anymore. We just write apostrophe s, and then we write s'avonds, s'morgens, s'ochtends, s'middags, and then s'nachts also. Mijn, also you can shorten it, putting an apostrophe between the M and the N, so mun, mijn, and then zo, een, such a, you can also say zoon. In this case, we are shortening our words. This is mostly informal, alright? Informal text, or if you have to write a formal text, stay away from shortening words with an apostrophe. However, except for the rule with s'avonds, s'morgens, s'middags, because that's standard orthography right now. But apart from that, know that it's not very formal to shorten words with an apostrophe. Alright, and then we're gonna go and take a look at the last one, the last rule on how and when to use the apostrophe on diminutives. Now, what is a diminutive? It's basically when we try and make a word smaller than it is. For instance, huis would be a house, huisje would be a small or little house. Now, a diminutive in Dutch, most of the time we will add je, tje, pje, and so on, and that would be a diminutive. However, sometimes some words they end on a y. For instance, ferry, jury, lolly, they end on a y. So we want to make a diminutive, and for spelling's sake, we add an apostrophe and then tje. So ferrytje, jurytje, and lollytje. Okay, that would be the apostrophe used when using a diminutive. Alright, so that basically was our last rule for when to use the apostrophe. Now, this was the lesson for today, when to use the apostrophe in Dutch. I hope you find it useful. I hope I clarified some doubts. As always, remember to give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you want more content, and let me know in the comments if this lesson was useful for you or not. I wish you a great rest of the day, and stay tuned for another episode of Dutch Round 1. Ciao.